Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today, I'm up here in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado on my gold claim, the KGP GRAND PLACER claim. And the reason I'm up here is to collect some material for kleshgold.com. I sell gold pay dirt over there and gold nuggets and all sorts of things. let me turn the camera around so you can see. Right here is a very rich area in gold. I find a lot of gold right here. And I noticed something, so I started filming. Let me turn the camera around and I'll explain what I want to do. So when I hold events up here and when people come out here to purchase time on the claim, which you can also do on my website, people always say that they find the most gold right in this area, right at this big bend here, this deep spot. So that's where I'm collecting my pay dirt. And as I was looking at it, I decided to walk this way a little bit and I saw this. So this is, I don't know if it's brand new. I think it might be, I probably just never noticed it, but this big tree fell over and it brought up all this material with it. And the thing is, it's right above that area where most people have the best luck finding gold. So my idea is to get some of this material here. We'll classify it out. We'll get about a bucket of it. We'll take it back to the panning station. We'll process it and see what kind of colors we get in there, see how many pieces of gold are in there. And Timber's checking it out there. So yeah, I'll go grab my classifier, my shovel, and another bucket. I have two extra buckets just to kind of sample this area. I mean, I guess we could do it right here on the claim, but it's more interesting and a little more precise if we do it back at the shop. By the way, if you're interested in purchasing time up here for mineral rights, it's 25 bucks a day or 100 bucks for the whole week. That area where I find most of the gold, that is about the halfway point. It continues on. It's actually a quarter-mile long from the parking lot, which is behind those bushes right there. All this area, all the way down to back by those trees, even further back. So if you purchase it, you get a map and a permit and stuff. But yeah, I appreciate everybody that comes up here and sharing pictures of the gold you find, and also for filling in your holes. I can see where you guys are digging. There's a filled in hole right there. There's one right here. They're all along here. But yeah, there's gold all throughout here. This area here is where I actually discovered gold on this claim when I staked it. Somebody wants to stay here. So we have to get that one bucket and then we'll head back. It's, I don't know, it's about 10 o'clock a.m. It is July 2026. All right, yeah, I have two extra buckets. One bucket, it'll be the green one. And then I also need my classifier and my shovel. As you can see, I've already been doing some digging this morning. Also, if you guys come out here, I had some people asking if it's wheelchair accessible. I guess that depends on what kind of wheelchair you have. You can see here, it's pretty steep, and this is all kind of washed out. It's kind of an ongoing battle here. I fill it in, it washes out, and there's nothing I can really do about it. I gotta come out here with machete to clear some of this brush. You know what? I argue that it is the perfect day. It's like 78 degrees up here. The elevation is high up at my claim. I think we're at like 9,000 or 10,000 feet, but it's like 78 degrees. Whereas in Denver, it's probably hammering like 85 or 90 degrees today. So I'm very, very happy and fortunate to have this gold claim that I could just escape to whenever I need to. All right, come on. Up this way again. There we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab maybe half a bucket of material. Classified to 1/4 inch. And by the way, Arbor Fabricating Classifiers, the company that makes these, is back in business. Chad He retired and sold the business, but they're back in business. So there's a link with a discount code for these if you want one. All right, one thing I noticed is the material's really light and kind of dusty. And that's not necessarily a bad sign. That could mean that it's just dried out mud, which means if it was mud and it was pulled up when this thing fell down, it could still have gold collected inside of it. So that's kind of like my hopes here, that we'll find some gold in those clumps, but it's mostly dried out. I mean, there's plenty of material here, plenty of pay dirt. My rock pile right here. All right, everyone, I got my workout for the day for sure. I got about 10 pounds of material in that bucket right there. The parking lot's not too far, so let's go back to the pan station and see if there's any gold in it. Okay, here it is. Probably 10 pounds of material from that downed tree on my gold claim. I actually want to weigh this. Let's go ahead and weigh it up. I'm going to guess about 10 pounds. So the weight of an empty bucket is almost 2 pounds. Okay, so we're at like almost 19 pounds here. The material on the claim is pretty dense. There's lots of black sand. Oh, it looks like we have a little hitchhiker in here. I'll let him go outside. Now the reason this stuff is so heavy is because of all the black sand in there. So what I'm gonna do is classify it first, and then we'll run it through the electromagnetic dry separator to remove as much black sand as possible, and then we'll just run it all through the sluice box. The reason I'm classifying it is because even though it's already classified to 1/4 inch, it won't go through the electromagnetic dry separator unless it's classified to about this kitchen strainer size here. All right, that's it. We will pan this stuff separately, and this we can run through the dry separator. All this machine does is separate the magnetic stuff from the non-magnetic material using a spinning magnet in the middle. This is all magnetic on this side. As you can see, it works pretty efficiently. It's a huge time saver when trying to remove your black sands. Turn that thing off, and as you can see, we've got about that much black sand. All right, there it is, the plus and minus kitchen strainer size material and all the magnetics. Yeah, about a pound of black sand. So that's about 1/20th of the total weight of the entire sample, which is really what it is. It's just a sample. So we're gonna wet this minus down, run it through the sluice box, and then we'll have some concentrates to pan out. As far as the black sands go, we do not have to pan that out because the electromagnetic dry separator has a really high recovery rate. And then all this material, we can pan this by hand. All right, we'll get this thing fired up. Pop any bubbles that are in here. This is a dream mat, by the way. You always want to remove the air bubbles from the cells before you run material. So now I'm just making a pay dirt mud pie. And the reason I'm doing that is because you never want to run dry material through your sluice box, because the dry gold can actually float on the surface tension of the water and you'll lose your gold. One thing I noticed is how muddy this material is compared to any other place that I've ever dug on that claim. And that's because this really is a lot of topsoil mixed in with those tree roots and stuff. I'm pretty optimistic we'll find some gold in here. Here we have the sluice box concentrates. You can see there's not much black sand in it. We removed most of that. There's still going to be some in here though. And we also have the plus kitchen strainer size material. Normally I would use Crusty Rusty to pan this stuff out, but there's a lot of material here, so let's bring over Otto from AutoZone. I'll add some water and some surfactant to break the surface tension of the water so any fine gold can't float away. And this bigger material should be really easy to pan. We'll go ahead and just do that quick. Looks like there's a lot of leaves and branches and stuff in there for obvious reasons. I don't have gloves on today. That's okay. If there's any nuggets, this is where we're going to find it, in the bigger material. We might even find some flakes and flour gold, because it could be stuck to the bigger pieces. I don't see anything in this pan. So I'm panning the rest of this down without doing a reveal, just so I can see if there's anything at all in this entire thing in one pan. Just for fun. I'd really like to see a nugget in here, or at least a nice picker. I have found some nice pieces out there on the claim. Because if there is a nugget in here, then I know that from that bank all the way to the tree is most likely a paste streak right there. So I can dig all that out and find good gold the whole time. All right, we're almost at the end here. Let's swirl it back and see if there's any gold. I do see some black sand. A lot of sticks and leaves in there. Come on, nugget. Nope. No nuggets. Yep, I think we're skunked. Oh no, there's some flour gold in there, but there's a couple pieces of flour gold in there, but that's it. No nuggets. I'll grab that with the snuffer and we can start processing the sluice concentrates. Get some clean water first. All right, and we'll add a little bit more of this, and then we can start panning out this stuff 1 spoonful at a time, maybe 2 or 3, and we'll see what we got here. Now I'm expecting to find probably a good amount of flour gold. There's more flakes that are found down in that area though, but I'm not sure in the mud underneath those tree roots. It might just be flour gold. There might be flakes in there too. All right, let's spin it back just to see if there's anything in those first few spoonfuls. 1 piece of flour gold. All right. Now this material that was stuck in the roots, it did have a lot of round river rocks in it. And there was a ton of black sand in it, so I know that the heavy stuff was getting trapped there. That's another reason why you want to check tree roots on downed trees, because tree roots tend to collect gold. Just watch my picker pit videos from Cache Creek a few years ago. There's another piece of flour gold. No flakes or anything yet. And there's another piece of flour gold. All right, I guess we can pan the rest of this. I was pretty confident we were going to find more than just that. I was hoping for at least a flake or 2. I mean, even if we find 1 or 2 flakes. Ooh, I think I see a piece of gold. I think I see a piece of gold right there. If that is a flake, then we're still absolutely on the paste streak there on my claim. Just got to rinse off all the light material and then swirl it back. I'm pretty sure we got a flake here. Okay, I see something. Yep. Oh yeah, we got a flake. At least 1. I'm gonna grab that before it decides to disappear. See if there's any more. Okay, I see some more flour gold. I see like 3, 4, or 5 pieces of flour gold up here. All right, man, well, I can't complain. We got a flake, and I mean, it would have been nice, obviously, to find more than that, but you got to remember, this was only a small amount of material. It only filled the bucket maybe 1/3 of the way. So a full bucket would be, you know, possibly 3 flakes like that. That's pretty darn good. It might not look like a lot, but if you run a whole bunch of buckets, the price of gold right now is like $4,000 an ounce. So, you know, you run 20 or 30 buckets, you'll have at least, you know, enough money for gas to get out there, maybe a steak dinner too. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, I have all sorts of treasure hunting videos on this channel. And that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks again everyone for watching my video. If you're interested in treasure hunting and you'd like to see a couple more videos from me, check out the other one linked here on the screen. I also have a bunch of playlists you can look through. A big thanks to all the names scrolling right there. That's all my Patreon supporters and channel members. And I'll see you guys on the next video.